Thank you, New Century College, for providing me an opportunity to speak for the class of 2013. It's really an honor. No matter what experience you had here at Mason, you should be proud to have made it here in one piece. You have survived all the exams, papers, events, and group projects. That itself is a milestone for each of us, but also for our families. And it is to our loved ones that we owe our deepest thanks, because without them we could not have managed to get to this point. For many speeches at various graduations at different institutions, they have the same feel and message. They all bounce around the central question on what life outside of college is really like and how to get there. Now, I'm not going to take this speech as an opportunity to say how you can achieve a perfect life, though I know that's what you want to hear. Instead, I would like to talk about what life really means to me. My life is all about, first, who I am. This includes a multitude of experiences stemming from your childhood to the present day. There are wide-ranging amounts of factors that shape who you are. It encompasses our relationships with loved ones because they are the ones that raised you and helped shape who you are. It includes where you come from, what experiences you were or were not given when you were younger, what you had access to, what you didn't have access to. It explains how we got to this point in our lives. I'm sure that a good chunk of your college experience was probably debating who you were. I know this because I'm sure I'm not the only one in this room who is still trying to figure out who I am. And there's reasons for that. There is not much I can do to change who I am, and I have to accept that. There are some attributes that you just do not possess, and you have to be okay with that. It is a lot easier to focus on what you do possess than trying to place emphasis on something that does not come naturally for you. Second, what I value. This is a guiding principle in the decisions that I make in my life. A big part of this is my morals. It takes who I am and applies it to real life. It shapes the decisions that I have decided to take and which ones I have decided not to take. Stepping away from what I value leads to stepping away from who I am. Third, what kind of world I want to live in. We all want to live a life that is worthwhile, but how do we get there? Well, first, you need to dream big and think of the kind of world that you want to live in. Do I live in the kind of world that represents my values and who I am? There would be a great emotional toll that comes from living in a world that actively goes against what makes you you. And it is your choice because you decide what world you want to live in. Even if you do not think the world you want to live in doesn't exist, go for it. Create it, because ultimately, what do you have to lose? And finally, how I want to be remembered. This answers the questions such as, when I leave this space, what mark am I leaving? It is one that allows others to live out who they are, what they value, and what type of world they want to live in. I think this is where a lot of us are at this present moment in our lives. You want to leave your mark wherever you go. You want to make some sort of difference. I think that is what is so impactful in our generation. And given all the challenges that this generation will face, if we were able to use these 4 simple statements to help guide us in the future as leaders and citizens, then I have hope for the world. Because ultimately it begins with us to make a more purposeful and meaningful life experience. Thank you.